Could a universal basic income, or UBI, be the key to bridging the wealth gap that divides society, or could it unintentionally widen it? That's the provocative question we're delving into today. On one side of the debate, critics argue that a UBI might inadvertently increase the wealth gap. They caution that if the UBI amount is not sufficient to meet basic needs, it might not significantly alleviate poverty, leaving the rich to amass wealth while the poor continue to struggle. Furthermore, funding a UBI could require higher taxes. If the taxation structure isn't carefully designed, or if the wealthy evade the increased taxes, the burden could fall heavily on the middle class. And there's also the potential market reaction to consider. If a UBI leads to increased consumer spending, it might drive up prices, benefiting businesses and the wealthy at the expense of the poor. On the other side, proponents argue that a UBI could help reduce the wealth gap. By ensuring everyone has a baseline income, it could help alleviate poverty and reduce economic disparity. A UBI could also create more stable communities by providing a safety net for low-income individuals, potentially reducing systemic issues like crime rates and health disparities. And by encouraging entrepreneurship and education among those who might otherwise struggle financially, a UBI could create more upward mobility, potentially narrowing the wealth gap in the long run. The potential impact of a UBI on the wealth gap is a complex issue, influenced by factors such as the design of the UBI program, its funding mechanisms, its interaction with existing social welfare systems, and its influence on the overall economy. The devil, as they say, is in the details. And what about the individuals who could benefit from a UBI? They could consider strategies such as financial planning, education and skill development, entrepreneurship, healthcare and wellness, community involvement, investment or savings, advocacy and engagement, and seeking additional opportunities. The effectiveness of these strategies would likely depend on individual circumstances, local economic conditions, and the specific implementation of the UBI program. In summary, whether a UBI exacerbates or mitigates wealth inequality is not a simple yes or no question. It's a question that hinges on myriad factors, including how the UBI is implemented, how it's funded, how it interacts with other social welfare systems, and how it influences the overall economy. As with many things in life, the answer is not black and white, but rather a complex shade of grey.